Hello and welcome to another episode of Today's GK. I am Pooja Dwivedi, and in this segment we bring to you objective questions from daily current affair news to help you crack prelims. So let's begin with the practice question that was in the last segment. Consider the following statements. According to a new study by the ICMR NIRRH, India has the second highest number of snake bite cases in the world. The snake bite envenoming, that is poisoning from snake bites, was classified by the World Health Organization as a highly priority, neglected tropical disease. So we have to select the statement which is or are incorrect. So according to a new study by the prescribed organization, India has the highest number and not the second highest, because 50% of the snakebite cases in the world occurs in India. So the first statement is incorrect. The second is correct. The correct answer to this question is option A1 only. India has seen an estimated 12 lakh snakebite deaths from 2000 to 2019, an average of 58,000 per year, according to a new study by the Indian Council of Medical Research, National Institute for Research in Reproductive Health and Public Health Department of Maharashtra. According to the study, India has the highest number of snakebite cases and accounts for nearly 50% of the global snakebite deaths. And the snakebite envenoming, that is poisoning from snake bites, was classified by the World Health Organization as a high priority, neglected tropical disease. About 54 lakh snake bites occur globally each year, resulting in 1.8 to 2.7 million cases of envenoming, and farmers, laborers, hunters, shepherds, snake rescuers, tribals, and migrant population, and those with limited access to education and healthcare are at high risk groups for snake bites. Moving on, consider the following statements regarding Olympian bat. It belongs to the Nathusius pipistrelle species of bats, and the species are known to migrate from summer breeding grounds in northeastern Europe to warmer areas of the continent. We have to select the correct statement. Both these statements are correct. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Scientists have recently discovered a long-distance flying bat that broke a British record by flying over 2,000 kilometers from London to the Pskov region of the northwestern Russia. The bat, which has raised the interest of climate scientists, has been named Olympian bat. It belongs to the Nathusius pipistrelle species of bat, and the species are known to migrate from summer breeding grounds in the northeastern Europe to warmer areas of the continent. Moving on, consider the following statements in view of PM Kisan. It is a centrally sponsored scheme with 100% funding from the Government of India, and the scheme is being implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and under the scheme, the government transfers an amount of rupees 12,000 per year directly into the bank accounts of the farmers. We have to select the correct statement. The first statement is incorrect because it is a central sector scheme and not center sponsored scheme. So the first statement is incorrect. The second is correct, that it works under the aegis of, it is implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And the third statement is incorrect because the government transfers a fund of rupees 6,000 in 3 installments in a year. Okay, so this becomes, you have to select the correct one. Correct answer to this question is option B. Recently, the Prime Minister released the 9th installment of the financial benefit under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, that is PM Kisan. Under the scheme, the centre transfers an amount of rupees 6,000 per year in 3 equal installments directly into the bank accounts of landholding farmers, irrespective of the size of their land holdings. Keep that in mind. It is a central sector scheme with 100% funding from the Government of India. It is being implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Moving on, consider the following pairs. Major sea lanes of communication regions connect Bab el-Mandab, Red Sea and Indian Ocean, Strait of Hormuz, that is from Persian Gulf and Indian Ocean, and Strait of Malacca, Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean. We have to select the correctly matched pairs. All of them are correctly matched. The correct answer to this question is option D. In the ocean, Indian Ocean, 3 major sea lanes of communication are there, and they play a very crucial role in energy security and economic prosperity. Sea lanes of communication connecting the Red Sea to the Indian Ocean through the Bab el-Mandab that transports the bulk of Asia's international trade with its major trading partners in Europe and America. SLOC connecting the Persian Gulf to the Indian Ocean through the Strait of Hormuz, that is transporting the bulk of energy exports to major import destinations like India, ASEAN and East Asia region, and SLOC connecting the Indian and Pacific Oceans through the Strait of Malacca, integral to the smooth flow of trade with ASEAN, East Asia and Russia's Far East and the US. Moving on, consider the following statements in the view of World Lion Day. This day is celebrated every year on 10th of August, and Asiatic lions have been listed as critically endangered in the IUCN Red List, and the Gir forest is the only natural habitat of Asiatic lions. We have to select the correct statement. Yes, World Lion Day is celebrated on 10th of August every year, but it is not critically endangered. It is just endangered in the IUCN Red List. So the second statement is incorrect. The third statement is definitely correct, that the Gir forest is the only natural habitat of Asiatic lions. So the correct answer is option 1 and 3, option B, right? World Lion Day is observed on 10th of August annually. We have discussed the second and the third statement, so we shall move forward. Consider the following statements. Government e-marketplace operates under the Ministry of Economic Affairs. The procurement of goods and services by ministries and the central public sector enterprise is mandatory for goods and services available of government e-marketplace, and it is mandatory for sellers to enter the country of origin while registering all new products on GEM. We have to select the correct statement. Government e-marketplace, it functions under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So the first statement is incorrect. The second and the third are definitely correct. The correct answer to this question is statements 2 and 3, that is option B. So recently it was reported that the government e-marketplace system has resulted in a 10% savings in public procurement costs in 5 years, but has still tapped only 5% of India's total government purchases of about rupees 20 lakh crore a year. Government e-marketplace is a special purpose vehicle under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and the procurement of goods and services by ministries and the CPSEs is mandatory for goods and services available on government e-marketplace or GEM. It is mandatory for sellers to enter the country of origin while registering all new products on GEM. Consider the following statements with respect to Indian Vessels Bill of 2021. The bill provides for a central database for recording the details of vessel registration and crew on an electronic portal. Therefore, there is no need for the non-mechanically propelled vessels to be enrolled at the district, taluk or panchayat or village level. It enlarges the definition of inland waters. We have to select the statement which is or are incorrect. Yes, Inland Vessel Bills, which was last week as a law passed by the Parliament, it tries to have a standard for the inland waterways and all the vessels through it. So the first statement is correct, that there will be a central database for recording the details of the vessel registration and crew on the electronic portal. But it will also provide for decentralized registration of vessels at the village, taluka and district level. So the second statement is correct. There is a need. There will be a registration for non-mechanically propelled vessels as well at the district, taluk or the village panchayat level. Second statement is incorrect. The third is correct. Okay. So the correct answer to this question is option 1, and we had to select the incorrect one, right? So second is incorrect. The correct answer is option C, 2 only. Parliament passed a new law last week that will bring in uniformity in the rules and regulation governing the inland waterways and navigation on them in India. A key feature of the bill is a unified law for the entire country instead of a separate rules framed by the states. The bill provides for a central database for recording the details of vessel registration, crew on electronic portal. All non-mechanically propelled vessels will also have to be enrolled at the district, taluk or panchayat or village level. It enlarges the definition of inland waterways by including the tidal water limit and national waterways declared by the central government. Moving on, consider the following statements with respect to the United Nations Convention on Laws of the Sea. It not only determines coastal states' offshore areas, but also provides specific guidance for states' rights and responsibilities in the 5 concentric zones. UNCLOS is the only international convention which stipulates a framework for state jurisdiction in maritime spaces. We have to select the correct statement. Both these statements are correct. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The Prime Minister of India chaired a high-level United Nations Security Council open debate on enhancing maritime security and the need for international cooperation in this field. United Nations Convention on the Laws of the Sea, 1982, also known as the Laws of the Sea, divides the marine areas into 5 main zones, namely internal waters, territorial sea, contiguous area or zone, exclusive economic zone, and the high seas. Moving on, UNCLOS is the only international convention which stipulates a framework for state jurisdiction in maritime spaces, and it provides a different legal status to different maritime zones. It not only determines coastal states' offshore areas, but also provides specific guidance for states' rights and responsibilities in the 5 concentric zones. Moving on, consider the following countries: Lithuania, Ukraine, Russia, Estonia, Latvia. Which of the above mentioned countries share a border with Belarus? So Belarus is bordered by Russia and Ukraine, also Latvia and Lithuania. Okay, so this is correct, this is correct. Estonia doesn't border it, it lies a little upward. Okay, doesn't share a border. So the correct answer to this question is 1, 2, 3 and 5. That is option C. US President Joe Biden on Monday signed an executive order imposing new measures aimed at punishing Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko as the United States steps up pressure against his government in coordinated action with the United Kingdom and Canada. Belarus, officially the Republic of Belarus, is a landlocked country in the Eastern Europe, sharing its borders, let's look at, with Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Russia, Ukraine. Okay, and as you can see, Estonia lies upward, right? So the correct answer to this question we have already discussed. Let's move on. Consider the following statements with respect to legal service mobile application. It incorporates features including seeking legal assistance, legal advice, and other grievances, and beneficiaries can also apply for pre-institution mediation through the app. But the victims cannot file an application for victim compensation with the app. We have to select the correct statement. The first and the second statements are definitely correct. Now, the victims, they can also file an application for the compensation and victim compensation with the help of this app only, and this has been launched by National Legal Service Authority. And in order to make justice system more inclusive and accessible as well as affordable in nature, this mobile app has been launched. So the correct answer to this question is, we had to select the correct one, 1 and 2, option B. Recently, the Chief Justice of India noted that police stations pose the highest threat to human rights and dignity, as custodial violence and torture and police atrocities still prevail despite the constitutional guarantees. And he was speaking at the launch of a legal service mobile application and the vision and mission statement of NALSA, that is Legal Services of NALSA. So legal service mobile application incorporates features including seeking legal assistance, legal advice, and other grievances. Applications, tracking facilities, and seeking clarifications are some additional features available to both legal aid beneficiaries and legal service authorities, and beneficiaries can also apply for pre-institution mediation through the app. That means pre-institution means an institution where mediation will take place officially, but if any party wants a pre-institution mediation apart from the help of the institution, that means an arrangement outside the institutional framework, that can also be provided. And victims can also file an application for victim compensation with the help of the app. Moving on, consider the following statements with respect to Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, that is the IPCC, is the international body for assessing the science related to climate change. It was set up in 1988 by the World Meteorological Organization and the United Nations Environment Programme. It conducts original scientific research. We have to select the correct statement. Okay. Yes, the first statement is correct. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is the international body for assessing the science related to climate change, and it was set up in 1988 with the help of World Meteorological Organization and United Nations Environment Programme. The basic fundamental aim of this institute is to provide scientific assessment and data so that policymakers at the government and non-government level can be aware that what kind of policy they need to formulate in order to keep a track of their policy formulation on the climate change. So the first and the second statement, these two are correct. The third is incorrect because it doesn't conduct original scientific research. So the correct answer would be option 1 and 2, that is option A, right? The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change recently published its 6th assessment report titled Climate Change 2021. The physical science by basis, and IPCC in its report confirmed that Indian Ocean was warming at a rate higher than the other oceans. Now, there is a danger for India because India has been facing cyclonic activities from the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. So that is something we need to worry about. And if we talk about IPCC, it's an intergovernmental body of the United Nations provides objective scientific information to policymakers in order to understand human-induced climate change, its natural, political and economic impacts and possible responses. The World Meteorological Organization and United Nations Environment Programme established IPCC in 1988. It was endorsed by the United Nations General Assembly, and membership to the IPCC is open for all the members of the World Meteorological Organization and the United Nations. It doesn't carry out any original research. It does not monitor climate or related phenomena itself. However, it conducts a systematic review of published literature and then produces a comprehensive assessment report. Moving on, let's look at the practice question. Consider the following statements. He formed the Praja Socialist Party. He is associated with the Bhudan Yajna movement. He gave the call for total revelation. The above statements most appropriately describe which of the following Indian political leaders? Vinoba Bhave, Jayaprakash Narayan, Lokmanya Tilak or M.N. Roy? So, I hope you'll be answering it correctly in the comment segment. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.